In the heart of Los Angeles, surrounded by lights and life, stands a building with a terrifying reputation, the Cecil Hotel. The Cecil Hotel first opened its doors in 1927, standing tall and proud in the heart of downtown Los Angeles. At the time, it was a symbol of opulence and modernity, a gleaming beacon for travelers and socialites seeking luxury and comfort in the bustling city. Designed in the Grand Beaux-Arts style, the hotel boasted marble floors, ornate lobbies, and sparkling chandeliers that reflected the optimism of the roaring 20s. Its location, just a short walk from the city's most vibrant theaters and nightlife, made it a coveted destination for the well-to-do and the adventurous alike. The Cecil promised a taste of glamour and sophistication, a place where dreams could be realized and fortunes made. But beneath the surface of this glittering facade, shadows began to gather. The city itself was changing rapidly, and the hotel, once a jewel of the neighborhood, soon found itself at the crossroads of prosperity and hardship. As the years passed, the Cecil's grand halls and elegant rooms became silent witnesses to a growing sense of unease. The glamour faded, replaced by a haunting atmosphere that seemed to linger in every corner. Guests whispered of strange occurrences, and the hotel's reputation slowly shifted from one of luxury to one of infamy. The Cecil became a place where secrets were kept, and where the line between reality and nightmare began to blur. The Great Depression struck Los Angeles with a force that few could have predicted. As the economy crumbled, the city's fortunes changed overnight. The Cecil, once a haven for the elite, became a refuge for those with nowhere else to turn. Its rooms, once filled with laughter and music, now echoed with the quiet despair of the desperate and the destitute. Families displaced by economic hardship found temporary shelter within its walls, while others, drawn by the hotel's low rates, sought solace from the harsh realities outside. The hotel's elegant features faded under the weight of poverty and uncertainty, and the Cecil became a symbol of the city's struggle to survive. Over the decades, the Cecil Hotel's story grew darker still. Its name became synonymous with tragedy and mystery as a series of chilling events unfolded within its walls. The hotel witnessed a staggering number of suicides, unexplained deaths, and disappearances, each one adding another layer to its haunted legacy. Police cars and ambulances became a familiar sight outside its entrance, and newspaper headlines chronicled the latest misfortune to strike the infamous address. Some guests checked in, never to be seen again. Others spoke of eerie encounters, strange noises in the night, and a sense of foreboding that seemed to permeate the very air. The Cecil Hotel, once a symbol of hope and ambition, became a place where the line between fact and legend blurred. A place where the past refuses to rest, and where every shadow tells a story. Many guests reported strange noises, dark shadows, and a heavy, uneasy feeling, as if the hotel itself was alive and watching. In the heart of downtown Los Angeles, beneath the glow of neon lights and the hum of restless city life, stands a building with a history as mysterious as the city itself. The Cecil Hotel, a place that has witnessed decades of secrets, tragedies, and stories that seem almost too strange to be true. But among all the tales that echo through its shadowy halls, one story stands out. A story that would capture the attention of the world and leave countless people searching for answers. This is the story of Elisa Lam, a young woman whose disappearance and tragic fate in 2013 would become one of the most haunting mysteries of our time. Elisa Lam was a 21-year-old student from Vancouver, Canada, who had set out on a solo trip to explore California. She checked into the Cecil Hotel, a place with a checkered past, hoping for adventure and new experiences. But what happened next would become the subject of endless speculation and debate. The last known images of Elisa alive were captured by a security camera in the hotel's elevator. The footage, which would later go viral online, showed Elisa behaving in a way that was both unsettling and deeply puzzling. She appeared confused, pressing multiple buttons, peering anxiously out of the elevator as if she was hiding from someone or something. At times, she seemed to be talking to an unseen presence, her gestures frantic and desperate. The elevator doors refused to close, and Elisa's fear seemed to grow with every passing second. The video, grainy and haunting, left viewers around the world with more questions than answers. Was she being followed? Was she hallucinating? Or was there something else at play? Something that defied explanation. For days, Elisa was missing. Her family, friends, and the police searched desperately, combing through the hotel and the surrounding streets. Flyers were posted, interviews were conducted, and the public became increasingly invested in the search for the missing student. But the Cecil Hotel, with its labyrinthine corridors and hidden corners, seemed to swallow up any trace of her. Then, nearly 3 weeks after she vanished, hotel guests began to complain about the water. The pressure was low, the color was strange, and the taste was off. Maintenance workers were sent to the roof to check the water tanks, and what they found would shock the world. Inside one of the massive tanks, floating lifelessly, was the body of Elisa Lam. The discovery sent shockwaves through the city and beyond. How had she gotten there? The rooftop was supposed to be locked and alarmed, accessible only to staff. The tanks themselves were heavy and difficult to open. Yet somehow, Elisa had ended up inside, her fate sealed in the darkness above the city. The questions only multiplied. The official investigation struggled to provide clear answers. There were no signs of physical trauma, no evidence of foul play, and no clear indication of how Elisa had managed to access the roof and the tank on her own. The stairwell leading to the roof was supposed to be locked, and any attempt to open it should have triggered an alarm. Yet no alarms were reported. The hotel staff claimed ignorance, and the police were left with a puzzle that seemed impossible to solve. Theories began to swirl. Some suggested that Elisa had been suffering from a mental health crisis, possibly exacerbated by her bipolar disorder, which was documented in her medical history. Others pointed to the hotel's dark reputation, whispering about ghosts, curses, and supernatural forces that might have played a role in her demise. The internet became a breeding ground for speculation, with amateur sleuths dissecting every frame of the elevator footage, searching for hidden clues and sinister figures lurking in the shadows. To this day, the case of Elisa Lam remains unsolved, a chilling enigma that continues to fascinate and disturb. Some believe that her tragic end was the result of untreated mental illness, a heartbreaking accident in a place known for its darkness. Others are convinced that something more sinister was at work, that the Cecil Hotel's long history of violence and death somehow claimed another victim. The truth may never be known. What is certain is that Elisa Lam's story has left an indelible mark on the world, a reminder of how quickly the line between reality and mystery can blur. her haunting final moments, captured forever on a grainy security tape, continue to echo through the halls of the Cecil Hotel and through the minds of all who seek to understand what really happened on that fateful night. Even more chilling, 2 real-life serial killers, including Richard Ramirez, once lived inside the Cecil. The Cecil Hotel isn't just a building. It's a dark mystery, a place where reality and horror blur together. Many say those who enter never leave the same again. The stories that echo through these halls are more than just whispers. They are warnings, invitations, and sometimes confessions. The old hotel stands as a silent witness to decades of secrets, heartbreak, and unexplained phenomena. Every creak of the floorboards, every flicker of the hallway lights, and every shadow that dances along the walls seems to carry the weight of countless untold tales. Some guests have checked in for a single night and found themselves haunted for a lifetime, while others claim to have glimpsed figures from another era, forever trapped between worlds. The air here is thick with anticipation, as if the building itself is holding its breath, waiting for the next chapter in its haunted history to unfold. If this story gave you chills, you're not alone. The city of Los Angeles is filled with mysteries, but few are as enduring or as chilling as the legends that surround this hotel. Imagine walking these streets at night, the city lights twinkling in the distance, and knowing that just behind those glowing windows, something unexplainable might be waiting. The stories we share here are more than entertainment. They're a way to connect with the unknown, to explore the boundaries between fact and folklore, and to remind ourselves that sometimes the truth is stranger than fiction. If you crave more real-life mysteries, haunted places, and spine-tingling tales that blur the line between reality and the supernatural, you're in the right place. So, if you felt a shiver run down your spine, or if you found yourself glancing over your shoulder as the story unfolded, make sure to hit the like button. It helps us bring more of these chilling tales to fellow seekers of the strange and unexplained. And don't forget to subscribe. By joining our community, you'll never miss a new episode, and you'll be the first to know when we uncover another haunted location or unravel a new mystery. Your support means the world to us, and it's what keeps this channel alive, allowing us to keep searching for the stories that hide in the shadows. Now, I want to hear from you. What haunted place should we explore next? Should the next video be about the Stanley Hotel, the inspiration for Stephen King's The Shining? This legendary hotel, nestled in the Colorado mountains, has a reputation for ghostly encounters, mysterious happenings, and a history that's as chilling as the fictional Overlook Hotel itself. From haunted rooms to unexplained piano music echoing through empty halls, the Stanley is a place where reality and nightmare intertwine. If you're fascinated by the stories that inspired one of the most iconic horror novels and films of all time, let me know in the comments below. Or should we dive into the terrifying true story of the Amityville house, the home of true terror? This infamous house in New York has been the subject of books, movies, and endless debate. Is it truly haunted, or is it the product of a family's imagination and a media frenzy? The chilling events that reportedly took place within its walls have left a mark on American pop culture and continue to spark fear and fascination decades later. If you want to explore the real story behind the legend, cast your vote in the comments. Your voice shapes the stories we tell. Whether you're a skeptic, a believer, or just someone who loves a good ghost story, your input helps guide our journey into the unknown. So don't be shy. Share your thoughts, your own experiences, or your suggestions for future investigations. Together, we'll keep searching for the truth behind the world's most haunted places. Until next time, stay curious, stay brave, and remember, sometimes the scariest stories are the ones that are true.